Now, when we think of the greatest warlords and military leaders of all time, names like Napoleon, Alexander the Great, and Julius Caesar often come to mind. But what about Genghis Khan? This legendary figure is often overlooked in Western history, despite the fact that he conquered more territory than any other leader in history. What was it about Genghis Khan that made him such a formidable force on the battlefield? How did he rise from humble beginnings as a shepherd to become one of the most powerful men in the world? And what was the lasting legacy of his conquest? Genghis Khan, originally named Temujin, grew up in a world of constant struggle in Mongolia, where survival depended on strength and cunning. He faced unimaginable hardships as a child, including the poisoning of his father and the kidnapping of his mother. Despite these challenges, he developed an unbreakable will and determination to succeed. Temujin gathered a loyal following of warriors and learned the importance of alliances and diplomacy, forging strategic partnerships with other tribes. Through military campaigns and force of will, he rose to become the supreme ruler of all the Mongol tribes, earning the title of Genghis Khan, one of the most formidable military leaders in history. Genghis Khan united the warring tribes of Mongolia to form a powerful nation. He used a combination of tactics such as diplomatic marriages and ruthless military campaigns to gain control over the tribes. Genghis encouraged a sense of loyalty among his followers, forging a common purpose that drove his armies to great conquests. He was adaptable to changing circumstances and employed novel military strategies that caught his enemies off guard. Through his tactical brilliance, he achieved what many thought was impossible: a united Mongol nation that was more powerful than any of its individual tribes. With this mighty force, Genghis laid waste to entire civilizations and created one of the greatest empires in history. Genghis Khan knew that in order to conquer and maintain power, he needed to create a society that was as strong as his army. He revolutionized Mongol society by introducing a new social order that was based on merit and loyalty rather than family connections and social status. He abolished the traditional tribal leadership and created a centralized government. Under this new system, positions of power were given to individuals based on their abilities and achievements. Genghis Khan also established a strict code of laws and encouraged the free flow of ideas and knowledge. He invited scholars and intellectuals from all over the world to his court and promoted innovation and adaptation. This new social order would form the backbone of the Mongol Empire and ensure its long-lasting success. With a well-trained and disciplined army, Genghis Khan set his sights on conquering the world. He utilized innovative tactics and strategies that were unmatched by any other military force of his time. His cavalry was particularly feared, and they were able to move quickly and strike decisively against his enemies. Genghis Khan's campaigns brought him victory after victory, and he built an empire that stretched from China to Eastern Europe. He conquered cities, kingdoms, and empires with his fierce determination and tactical brilliance. The world had never seen such an efficient and ruthless conqueror before, and his legacy still resonates today. The stories of Genghis Khan's conquests are the stuff of legend, and his tactics and strategies continue to be studied by military leaders around the world. Genghis Khan's legacy is one of the most fascinating and complex in world history. He was a warrior, a conqueror, and a leader who created an empire that lasted for centuries after his death. His military tactics and strategies changed the way wars were fought, and his leadership style paved the way for future conquerors. He also established a new social order that brought together disparate tribes and peoples, creating a united Mongol identity. But his legacy is not without controversy, as his conquests were marked by brutality and violence. Nevertheless, Genghis Khan remains one of the most influential figures in world history, and his impact can still be felt today in the cultures and societies of the regions he conquered. Genghis Khan's life and conquests were nothing short of extraordinary. He rose from humble beginnings to become a legendary warrior and leader who conquered vast territories and established a new social order. His military tactics and strategies were revolutionary, and his leadership style was inspiring. However, his legacy is also marked by controversy and violence, and his conquests left a trail of destruction in their wake. Nevertheless, his impact on world history cannot be denied, and his story is one that continues to fascinate and inspire people to this day. Whether you view him as a hero or a villain, there is no denying that Genghis Khan's legacy will continue to be felt for generations to come.